cast slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. Secondly, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth in righteousness and in sincerity. And third of all, I want to give salutations to the hopeful elect that's out on the highways and byways teaching and preaching this word in truth and in sincerity. The title of this lesson is going to be, We Are Saved by Grace, Not by the Law. Once again, we are saved by grace, not by the law. And I'm going to be going into that fact because, Yahweh Shai, coming back to be that sacrifice, he sacrificed himself for his children, those who were chosen, the elect, so that they could be covered by the grace that came with that sacrifice, the mercy, and the blood that they are, covered with, ultimately being forgiven of all of their sins in their past lives and in, this present life, But it reads in Romans chapter 6 and verse 14, For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace. Right, so we are not under the law, we are not saved by keeping the law, Dominion, let me grab that word. It says the law does not have dominion over us. It says to be lord of, to rule, to have dominion over, of things and forces, to exercise influence upon, to have power over. Right, so the law doesn't have power over us because our salvation is not determined by how perfectly we keep the law. We are not saved according to how perfectly we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We're saved by our faith, and ultimately our faith produces works. And without the works, you can't show your faith. So you don't truly have faith if you don't show your works. But us, trying to be perfect in the law, to get on the chariot, to be saved, that's not how you are saved. You're saved by predestination, by, being covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai, by, ultimately the elect are the only ones that's going to use the grace period to better themselves and to purge out the wickedness so that they can be found perfect in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, but it reads to exercise influence upon. Right, so our keeping the law will not influence if we are saved or not, how perfectly we keep the law, but we don't make the law void and just do whatever we want because we're under grace. Like it says in verse 15, what then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law but under grace? God forbid, which means hell no. We're not supposed to just go out all willy-nilly, YOLO, you only live once lifestyle because we're under grace and we're not under the law, because, we're supposed to still be practicing the law, to the best of our ability, We're still supposed to be, serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and, trying to please the Heavenly Father, every chance that we get, And one of the ways to do that is by, observing the law, statutes, and commandments and keeping them to the best of your ability. Although that won't, save you, like if you got a 2/3 Israelite that's doing that, they won't be saved because, they're trying to keep the laws, because they don't have, they don't have that faith, they might not believe truly that, they can get spiritual power, or they might not believe, that Yahweh Shai was actually, raised from the dead, and appeared, so it's a faith thing. It's not a law thing, We're not law. If you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly, then you can't be saved. That's not what it is. But it reads, I'm going to just reread 15. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. Right, so we're still supposed to be observing the law, statutes, and commandments and practicing them, practicing our customs, our high holy days, observing these things and, sincerely, practicing them, and trying to the best of our ability to meet the criteria of a man of the Lord, But let me grab Matthew 5 and 17. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17, and it reads, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill. Right, and this is Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets that preach this law, that preach the scriptures, that preach the prophecies, He didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets, but he came to fulfill, being that lamb, being that sacrifice, being persecuted, having his own people hate him and, despise him because he was teaching them the truth, He came to fulfill these things, fulfill these prophecies, and ultimately save, his chosen, by being that sacrifice. But let me grab Ephesians. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2 and verse 9, and it reads, not of works. Wait, let me see. Yeah, let me start at verse 8. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 8, and it reads, for by grace ye are saved through faith. Right. Us having faith, while we're in this grace period, even though we fall off, even though we, stumble, even though we're not perfect and we make these mistakes, we transgress the law, we still have that faith, and keep on getting up, keep on repenting, keep on praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, asking for, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, asking for mercy, asking for more patience, us, having that grace. It reads in verse 8, for by grace ye are saved through faith. Right. Grace means favor, so by favor, being favored by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you are saved through faith, and without having faith, there's no way that you're going to be favored by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because the only ones that are favored and that are, going to be given the grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, in the judgment, in the second death, the only people that are going to be given, that mercy are the faithful ones, those who have faith, and those who have faith are those who were chosen from the foundation of the earth to be the elect, the 144,000 along with the great multitude, But it reads in verse 8 again, for by grace ye are saved through faith, and not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right. So we weren't given this grace nor faith of ourselves. We didn't get this by ourselves or, earn this by ourselves, It was a gift that was given by our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, It was a gift, you know, and that means it can be taken away as well, you know, because just like a gift is given, it can be taken away. You know, that's why it's important not to be proud, you know, in this truth, because this is not the truth of being proud and, you know, haughty and, you know, nobody can tell me nothing. You know, this is the truth of being humble, you know, being contrite, you know, and just being sincere, you know, sincerely wanting to learn of your, you know, your power. But it reads in verse 9, not of works, lest any man should boast. Right. So your works didn't get you in the grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, your works didn't cause you to have, you know, to receive that faith, you know, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It was given to you, you know. And verse 10 reads, for we are his workmen, created in Yahweh Shai, in Mashiach Yahweh Shai, unto good works, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Right, so we were created to do these good works. You know, we were created to, you know, have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, we were created to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know, in all of the manners of service, you know. So this is not something that we should even feel that we can brag about, you know, because you participated in the Passover, you know, or because you keep the dietary law, or because you believe in the prophecies, you know, and you understand the prophecies, you know, that's not something to boast in, because that's what we were created to do, you know. So that's the norm, you know, that's something you should be doing. That's something you should know. So, you know, that's not something to boast in. So ultimately, everything that you have in this truth, you know, you got to be, you know, you got to be humble with it, you know, because ultimately it can all be taken right from you. But, you know, that was the point of this lesson. I just wanted to bring out the point that we are no longer subjected to the law. You know, we are under a grace period, you know, where our power, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, you know, has given us a chance, you know, through the blood and, you know, the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, to get ourselves right through these afflictions, you know, and through these temptations and through these trials that we're going through. You know, we have been given a grace period to purge out these wicked spirits and to purge out these wicked snares that's within our flesh, you know, and to ultimately meet the requirement that we have all been given to ultimately be found perfect and to be saved in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know. So this is a thing of faith, you know, this is a thing of, you know, your works showing your faith, you know, and your faith being shown by your works, you know, not you just speaking that you believe, but, you know, the keeping of the law should not be what you're relying on to be saved, you know, from this coming destruction, you know. It should be the mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know. You should be relying on your faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know, by praying, you know, fasting, you know, doing the spiritual works, you know, to please the Heavenly Father and show that faith, you know. And these things actually help you to purge out these wicked spirits that cling on to, you know, our flesh, you know. But for time's sake, I'm going to wrap it up, you know. I hope you brothers and sisters was edified. And until next time, Shalom.